Welcome to my channel, and I'm so glad to have you here today with me as we make mini apple pies. So these are my favorite fast recipe desserts. I use these all the time for parties and get-togethers because they're cheap and they're quick to make. So ingredient wise, what you need is 1 can of crescent rolls, and I have that rolled out here already. So you take 1 can. I normally use the big and flaky or the big and buttery. That way I have a little more dough to work with. So 1 can of crescent rolls, and then 1 can of your preferred pie filling. So I'm using the Country Cherry today by Duncan Hines, but you can use apple, blackberry, strawberry, blueberry. I've used all of those and they all turn out great. So the 1 can of pie filling, and then 4 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and I just have that in a little bowl here. So 4 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Equipment, you're going to need a pizza cutter, just any type of pizza cutter, a rolling pin, and a pre-sprayed muffin pan. Also an oven for to bake them. Now this is a great recipe for you to use if you have kids because they can help you out as you make this. So mini apple pies, and this is how you put them together. So start out rolling out your crescent roll onto a lightly floured workspace, as I have done here. Then you're going to take your rolling pin and you're just going to roll this out. I wouldn't necessarily say doubled in size, but you definitely want it to be a little bit bigger than what you had, and that is so that you have enough dough to work with. So I roll that out, and then I'm going to cut 12 squares. So I take my pizza cutter, just cut 3 going long ways, and 2 cuts coming towards me. So now I have my 12 squares cut, and I'm simply going to take those and I'm going to put them into, like I said, my pre-sprayed muffin pan. So I'm going to take these, and you simply pull a square. I'll put this here so you can see it. And I'm just going to lay that right on top, and then take my fingers and kind of push it in. So let me get a couple done, and then I'll show you. I'll pull it close for you to see. Like I said, you can have your kids help you with this. So mom or dad roll out the dough and cut the squares, and then your little helpers can help put them in the pans. Super fun activity with them. Alright, so I'll show here. Turn it like this. Alright. So I take and I lift up my square, and then I take it over to the pan, and I just simply tuck it into the muffin slot. Okay. As you can see here, take the last 2, and I'm just tucking them down. That way the crescent just covers the entire muffin tin. So 12 crescents in the muffin tin. Then I take my pre-made pie filling with a pretty good sized spoon. I'm going to do 1 spoonful into each muffin slot. And like I said, you can do apple, blueberry, blackberry, cherry, strawberry, whatever flavor pie filling that you would like. Apple is really good, and I'll tell you in a few minutes the difference for that one. Just a slight difference if you make the apple. So we do one good scoop in each slot. And like I said, your kids could help you with this. You know, you could have a kid spoon in the pie filling for you. And if you have some left, you can kind of look back at the ones that you have done, and if any of them need a little filler, you can always add a little more with what you have left. Don't want to waste any of that pie filling. Alright, and so that is what they look like once you have filled them. Then you're going to take the sugar, and this is where you really add your flavor. So you're just going to take the sugar and sprinkle it right on top. And I have learned that the more sugar you add, actually the better they taste. So you might want to go a little heavy on that sugar. This is not a time to skimp. Okay? And so that is what they look like once the sugar is on. You should still see a little bit of the sugar once you finish. Then you're going to take and you're going to fold the edges together. And then I like to give them a little bit of a twist just so that they hold. And you'll see when they come out of the oven, they look really pretty on top if you do that. So I just take and I bring corners together. And then I bring the other corners in like this. And then I just simply twist. And you continue on. Bring the corners together and twist. Now, if you don't have enough to twist, you can always just lay the corners over, which I had to do with that last one, and I'll probably have to do with a couple of the others. So I'll show you that look as well. So, pull together and twist. And just have fun with it. You know, if you have a different design that you want to do, if you want to try to tuck them under each other, you can try that. I make these a lot with my students at school, and they all do them all differently. So, however you want them to look. So this one I'm going to tuck as well. So I just simply take and I pull one over, pull the next one over, and then I just lap them. So this is what they look like, and you can see here the two that I just lapped and then the ones that I twisted. And then we're going to add some more sugar on top. And this sugar on top is what's going to help it brown. So you don't have to put as much on top as you did when you filled the center. You just want the sugar on top to give it that nice browned look and to help add a little flavor. So, okay, so we put the sugar on top there. I'll show you that. So you can see a little bit of the sugar. And now I'm going to take these and put them in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for 15 to 17 minutes. And when they come out, they'll be golden brown, and then we will plate them up with some ice cream. So take this, like I said, pop it into a 350 degree oven for 15 to 17 minutes. Normally, I have to run about 17 minutes because they're normally not completely done at 15. And that is it. That's the mini apple pies. So when you pull them out of the oven, I'll show you. Oh, if you're going to make apple, so cherry, strawberry, blueberry, blackberry, those you just simply use granulated sugar. But if you're going to do the apple, then you take the pre-made pie filling. And I normally pour the apples out and cut them into smaller chunks so they're easier to eat because they do come in the slices. So I take the apples out and I cut them into chunks. and then you put the apples into the pie filling, and then you sprinkle cinnamon sugar on top. So to make the cinnamon sugar, it is 4 tablespoons of sugar with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So again, that is 4 teaspoons of sugar with 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And you do the same process, but instead of regular sugar, you're doing cinnamon sugar. Alright guys, so the mini pies have come out of the oven, and so I'll let you see them when they come out. You can see they're golden brown. So you're going to take one. I'll plate it up for you so you can see. So you're going to take one out of your pan. Just simply place it in a bowl, or plate, however you'd want to plate it. And then for me and my family, we always like to top ours with vanilla ice cream. So you would just simply take a scoop of vanilla ice cream and place it right on the side and enjoy. Now for the mini apple pies, if you decide to make those, you can always take some caramel and drizzle over the apple pie. We've done that before and they are to die for. So you can do that if you would like. But this is just a great mini apple pie that you can make, like I said, quick and easy, very cheap, and great for parties and get-togethers. So I hope that you all enjoyed this tutorial. If you would like to see others and you have maybe some recipes that you would like to learn, let me know and I will bring that live to you. So thanks for joining, and I hope y'all have a great day.